The Retekes V115 is a small portable radio that looked like it would fit my needs to use on the desktop or kitchen table, but how does it perform? This radio can tune AM, FM, and shortwave bands, as well as playback and record audio files from a micro SD card using the built-in microphone or consumer line-level 3.5mm input. There's even a mode to record radio broadcasts if that's a function you need. The radio has a built-in 1000 mAh lithium battery that is recharged using the provided micro USB cable, though you will have to supply your own 5-volt power supply. In FM mode, it can tune between 87 and 108 MHz, between 522 and 1710 kHz for the AM band, and between 4.75 and 21.85 MHz in shortwave. First impressions out of the box are that it feels well built for a small radio. Although it is obviously plastic, it's not the cheap, creaky plastic you get with lots of electronics these days. This feels like it will hold up to regular use and probably will last quite a while if you take care of it. All of the inputs and outputs are on one side, which is nice, and the lanyard includes this little key that acts as a stand to prop up the radio at a jaunty little angle. Trying to use the radio at first was a bit perplexing, honestly, but then I read the manual. The buttons work in either a short press, a press and hold, or a long press fashion, meaning some buttons can have up to 3 functions. Once you know this though, the radio responds much more predictably and programming is easy. It is to be pointed out though that this radio is designed to be programmed. That is, in radio mode, you long press the play pause button and it will auto scan through the airwaves like a television and program in the available channels automatically. When you change locations, just do this again. You can long press the fast forward and rewind keys to seek manually and then store stations yourself, but if you're the type of person who likes to cruise the dial and listen between the major stations, this probably isn't going to be the radio for you. In practice, the auto program function works great, and now that I'm used to it, it seems more accurate or at least a little bit faster than trying to manually tune an inexpensive radio by hand. The record function overall works okay. It can be prone to clipping if you talk too close to the mic or try to record an input that's coming in too hot, so you definitely need to be aware of that. Test 1, 2, recording. Test 1, 2, recording into the microphone. Test 1, 2, recording into the microphone. Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2, recording. Test 1, 2, recording into the microphone. Navigating the files for playback after you've recorded isn't very intuitive, as audio and radio files get stored in separate directories, but they are all retained when you view the SD card on a computer. Finally though, how does it sound? The audio quality is good for a small portable radio. It does a good job with talk radio especially, highlighting spoken word nicely, and while the unit is playing back in mono, the little mega bass speaker around the back is actually outputting just bass. It is crossed over to just put out bass, and depending on how you angle the radio against the desk or the wall, it can really help fill out the sound. That's all for the Retekes V115. It will probably stay on my kitchen table, tuned to the same public radio station now for the foreseeable future, and for that it seems like a solid value. Thanks for watching.